How's it going, everybody? This is Petey from SupplementReviews.com bringing you a video review today for FinaFlex BCAA SAA. Alright, taking a look at the front of the container here, wasting no time diving on in for this amino acid matrix. I got the apple fusion flavor based on sport performance to improve physical stamina, strength, plus and recovery. Alright, so I guess a key thing here, this is from the FinaFlex Sport Series. They have a lot of different products. This one is one of the most basic of basic in terms of a BCA with, I guess, the, now these days, even kind of old school compared to some of the other stuff you're seeing there, SAA blend. So I guess first and foremost, taste and mixability. Stuff is green apple, and I'm not a huge green apple fan, but at the same time, the stuff wasn't bad to drink at all. I'm not really sure what to compare it to. It actually kind of tastes... oh crap, what's the name of that product? There's another similar amino product that's been out for a while now. The name escapes my mind. I guess it kind of tastes more like, I guess, the apple skin rather than the apple itself in terms of have a slightly waxy flavor to it. It does interestingly taste more like a natural apple flavor compared to a chemical one, so that is kind of cool. However, it is kind of funky to taste in an amino acid product. I guess in that regard. I wish I could remember the name of their product there, but anyway, that doesn't matter. Regardless, it has a natural, I guess, apple flavor rather than a chemical one, which is a plus. I'd rather have some taste, at least, more like an apple rather than chemicals, so good stuff there. And it mixes perfectly fine. A little bit of foaming on top, which is pretty standard for an amino product there, depending on how much water you mix with it, so no complaints. Very, very, very standard there, 8.5 out of 10. No complaints, not above, not beyond, but it's not going to be something that you dread drinking there. So more importantly here, I guess the big selling point of this one is that it has the BCAAs in it as well as the SAAs, which is, I guess, first brought to the table by BPI with their blocks in terms of silk amino acids. This is a cheaper version of that product because it has both the BCAAs as well as silk amino acids in there, which is a good thing, which we'll get to in a second here. But looking at your supplement facts, 1 scoop, 30 per container here. You're going to have your little vitamin blend in here, vitamin A at half your daily value, vitamin C at 416%, vitamin E as well as biotin at pretty good amounts in there as well. But more importantly, the amino acid matrix. So out of an 11-gram scoop there, you're getting 7.6 grams of aminos. So they did put quite a bit of emphasis there in terms of, I guess, the vitamins as well as the last but not least antioxidant and anti-cramping blend, which is kind of cool to see in there, including taurine, vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin A. So the micronutrients that they have in there are for the antioxidant purposes of preventing free radical and tissue breakdown, which, interestingly enough, I've done some papers on, which could actually be counterproductive in terms of hindering, I guess, the process in terms of breaking down muscle tissue for protein synthesis. Regardless, that's not the point. I like the emphasis here for an antioxidant thing, and the jury's still out in terms of that department, in terms of research and testing, including some stuff going on at the lab at my university. So that'll be interesting to see. Regardless, going back to that amino blend there, but this one, they use a standard 2:1 ratio for BCAAs of leucine to valine to isoleucine. Very, very standard there. They don't list how much BCAA is in there out of that 7.6, but that's okay. Standard blend there, 2:1, classic, proven. That's good to go. The silk amino acids there, the thing with that is I haven't been convinced in terms of the studies I've seen for silk amino acids being that much more effective there. So if this product was being sold strictly as a silk amino acid product at the price point that I've seen previous silk amino acids for, they would have been in trouble here. However, using them as an inclusion in a BCAA blend, I guess, with the more, I guess, proven BCAAs that are more cost effective, I like the inclusion there. It's think of it more as an insurance policy to cover all your bases there, as well as increasing some protein synthesis and sport performance there, without, I guess, using it as a selling point just to jack up the price of a product. In that case, I like it. So overall for the ingredient profile here, it's very solid. It is kind of old school. I feel they did fall a little bit behind in terms of the curve here. It's a very solid product, but at the same time with some other products out there with a lot more emphasis on added bells and whistles in increasing performance, especially being a sport performance product like this. They might be missing out a little bit here. However, I don't feel that it's a terribly formulated product, but I mean, there's always going to be some room for improvement there. With that being said, it gets a very, very solid and standard 8.8 out of 10 rating here. If you need an amino acid product, this stuff certainly isn't going to hurt you. It's solid, but There's just a lot of other really good competitor products out there that I'd look to first in terms of picking up a new amino acid product. But you won't be disappointed here, and it works just fine. In terms of effectiveness, once again, I'm glad that they didn't base their entire product on being silk amino acids improving recovery drastically compared to standard BCAAs. So that was a good positive there. So overall for effectiveness, once again, it works just like any other amino acid product. Didn't have any, I guess, positives or negatives compared to another amino acid product. You recover just fine. Once again, you notice them more when you don't use them compared to when you use them, especially if you've been using them as long as somebody like I have. You're going to recover. It's not bad to drink, so hey, it does its job, and also the hydration blend is a nice positive there for muscle performance, so I like what they did there. Overall for effectiveness, very, very standard, 8.9 out of 10. For value-wise, it's priced just like any other product out there. They didn't jack up the price like some other company I know did, just because it's got silk amino acids in there. So that's actually a very positive point here. So with a solid blend of BCAAs as well as the SAAs in here, in a hydration matrix with 30 servings per container, and you only really need 1 scoop to get the benefit out of it, it's priced very well. I like what they brought to the table, even though it is, like I said, a little bit old school. Compared to a few years back here, but overall for value here, that's going to be the highest rating. It's going to get a 9.2 out of 10. It's a very solid product here without, I guess, straying too far off the beaten path in terms of proven effectiveness. So you can't say that they tried to do a kitchen sink approach. It's very basic, although a little bit old school, like I said, once again, in this day and age, compared to a few years ago. However, it's not going to be something that's going to leave you, I guess, desiring more. So overall for this stuff, gets a solid 9 out of 10. Not above, not beyond, but not subpar either. So I like what they did here. They have a solid product. Once again, it's not my favorite amino product, but then again, there could be a lot of stuff that could be improved in any product. So regardless, it's a solid 9 out of 10. It isn't bad. So if you need a new amino product, looking for something to try it out, hey, give it a shot. If you want to try some silk aminos, see how they work for you, this would be a good entry-level one to do because it's not going to break the bank. So I guess that's all I really have to say about it. Very, very basic, very quick review here for the BCAA SAA blend from FinaFlex. All right, everybody. This has been Petey from SupplementReviews.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook for all those good giveaways each week. Keep up on the forums for all those fresh reviews. And other than that, thanks for watching, and you have a good day.